Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The Moneyline.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Moneyline. We are live for a special late night edition of the show. We're talking about UFC Denver. I'm AJ. There is the Finch man. What's up, bro?
Late night is the time I live, brother. I stay up till 4 a.m. I'm an absolute zombie. I got a little beer just to get loose tonight.
Good. I'm glad, man.
Of the root kind, so don't be reporting me, folks. All right? And look, man, 10 p.m. is when I rock, so let's do it.
I'm expecting the highest energy Mike Finch we've ever had. And for me, it's 1:40 a.m., my brother, for me. So it's late night for me.
Yeah. No. 10:40 over here. So
Not
we're
bad.
coast to coast, folks.
Yeah. Listen, coast to coast, bro. We're doing it right. And last card was UFC 303. I don't think we need to do a full recap of that thing. We've already known everything that could have went down with it.
Yeah, obviously, I got all my shit correct. I fucking dunked on everybody. Let me just do a quick flex. Woo!
Nate Diaz, Nate.
And, Alex Pereira knockout. Look, I tried to tell AJ, folks. I did my best. I
picked him. I picked Alex Pereira by knockout.
You were on. Were you really?
That was you mixing me up with somebody else. I was on.
No, MMA Guru was on fucking.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking go for it. Am I crazy?
You're crazy.
You never pick flip then?
No.
What the fuck? All right, I'm tripping. My bad, bro.
You good, bro. You good.
Nah. It was a phenomenal performance from Alex Poatan Pereira and Shamma. That's all I gotta say.
Shamma. We're gonna shout out the donos that just popped up. We got Double A with the $4.99. Yo, Mike, you should have done full card predictions like AJ and Confidente picks after the show. The double R, Mike Finch. I know you're not feeling good about that. You know?
Nah, double R I'm good with. When they get the yours or the theirs wrong, then I gotta put on, teacher glasses, get the apple out.
It's game, set, match. Thank you, Double A. We appreciate the $4.99, bro.
Thank you, Double A. At least you got your batteries, okay? Listen, this is where the full card predictions happen. We're gonna keep it here on Moneyline for the full card predictions. Are you trying to take me away from AJ? Are you trying to say I should do my own Moneyline? This is the full picks show, folks. Keep it here. And when you want my most confident picks, I'll see you on my channel.
Let's go. Double A with another one, $9.99. I got a lot of dollars on Petroski, Rose, and Santos. Wish me luck. Mother parlay I'm looking at Jasmine. I like Van, but worried about experience. And I'm considering Jackson Brundage, a good pick too. Trains elevation. I mean, the Brundage call, good luck with you, brother. Good luck on Brundage.
I mean, even Petroski, you're saying you have a lot of money? Like, he did just get knocked out by a hip. Yeah. So even though I'm about to pick Petroski in a minute here, a lot of money. I don't know. I see Rose for sure. Rose makes a lot of sense. Hey, why am I giving away my picks? Double A, we're gonna get to it. Thank you for the $10.
Thank you, Double A. Listen, it's time for us to talk about the fights. We're gonna jump into the first fight on the card. Make sure you guys smash the likes. If you're new, sub it up. We got Evan Elder versus Darius Flowers, late edition. This fight actually just got added earlier today. And I really have to favor Evan Elder. I simply just think he has a higher ceiling in the game. I think he can match Flowers' boxing-based striking. I think he's got more physical tools. I don't know. It's a weird comparison, but at least frame-wise, Evan Elder reminds me of Dustin Poirier a little bit. I think he's a good prospect. Darius Flowers is... I hate to really just flame him like this, but I think he's like a mid-tier journeyman, bro. He's 12-7 as a pro. He's got 2 losses in a row. Granted, I mean, Jake Matthews, Michael Johnson, and that Matthews fight was short notice. It's not awful, but now he's short notice again here, taking on Evan Elder. I think Elder's got an edge. And also something about Evan Elder that I think has to be, respected is if you guys remember the Nazim Salikhov fight, up until the doctor's stoppage, he's winning that fight. And Nazim Sadykov's a pretty good lightweight contender. So to me, I think Evan Elder should pull through. Darius Flowers is a durable guy. I could definitely see it going longer. I'm going to say Elder on the scorecards. Good fight, solid back and forth, but I think Evan Elder has a bit of a power advantage, a bit of a physical strength edge, and he's at Kill Cliff FC too.
I mean, I think that Flowers is going to walk right into Elder's game. You know, he's going to strike with them, and it's going to be kind of a matchup that he's not going to like. So we got to go with Elder. We could consider it a KO since they both do finish by knockout pretty often. I assume a short notice fight for both of them. Did this get moved?
They just added this in. Yeah, late notice edition.
Yeah, I saw it on Elder's Instagram, actually. I didn't realize I followed him. Elder knockout.
Elder knockout. I like the call. Shout out Paku. He said, hope you enjoyed your holiday, AJ. Much earned. Yo, Finch, my brother. What's up, Paku, man? Hope you're doing well.
What up, Paku?
Thank
you, here it is. Here it is. Appreciate you, Paku. Thank you, man.
Let's go.
My brother as well. Appreciate you, Paku. Every single live Paku's here. It ain't alive without Paku. Let's go.
It's not. It's not. Minus 410 for Evan Elder. Plus 310 for Darius Flowers. Damn, that's a wide line. We got an over 1.5 at minus 215. Two guys taking it on short. No, it probably goes over 1.5, but this is a weird one because both guys are stepping up, and minus 415 for Evan Elder is not very appetizing. So, you know, betting side of this one is not really good at all. It's like, even to parlay it up, man, two guys on a week's worth of training. Like, sure, you could say, oh, they were getting ready. I mean, when was Evan Elder's last fight? Let's check. Evan Elder fought, July of 2023, bro. He's been out almost a year. And then February of this year for Michael Johnson. And neither one of them had fights booked either. So kind of dangerous.
Yeah, this is not on my list to bet on, right? No. I mean, that's why I started doing that most confidence pick. Well, first off, AJ. But it's all AJ. AJ makes me my graphics and everything. But, you know, I really do just bet on the most confident picks. And why would you put this on there if they're doing a short notice fight? No. So, yeah, it's not a bettable fight for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. Remember that show?
Yeah, I know Randy Jackson.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Shit. Let's keep running. Our next fight on the card, Jasudavicius versus Fatima Kline. I got to go with Fatima Kline. I'm going to have faith in up-and-comer. Bro, she's pretty good.
Stop.
Jasudavicius is solid. I get it. But Fatima Kline's got game. Switches stances nicely. Good striking. High-level jiu-jitsu. I don't know. It's a women's MMA fight, bro. It's a women's MMA fight. How I think it could play out is Fatima Kline could eventually get on top. Could maybe even work some submissions from bottom. If you look at it, right, she's the Cage Fury FC champ, two-weight champ. That's something that deserves, I think, due respect, man. She's kind of a G. Jasudavicius never won that CFFC belt. She lost when she fought for it against Elise Reed. Jasudavicius is all right. She's got decent wrestling, but the reason I'm going Kline is because Jasudavicius's game is based upon pressure, takedown, wrestle. Kline has good grappling. She's got good takedowns. And what happens when Kline is outworking Jasudavicius, she could do well on the feet too. If they're in striking, I favor Kline. So I'm going Kline to win.
Got you. Look, I'm going Jasudavicius. I do think she really turned a corner. So judging her from her earlier career, I just don't expect that woman to show up anymore. I thought she was pretty damn impressive against Miranda Maverick. You're beating a Miranda Maverick. You're beating somebody who has grappling. I remember the Tracy Cortez fight, of course, but you know, nice sub over Priscilla Cachoeira. I think she's game enough to outstrike Kline. So I think she will be able to defend most of the takedowns. I think she will be able to keep it on the feet. I mean, I think Canada's got a dub here, man. I like Jasudavicius. I think it's almost bettable. So now that you told me Kline, maybe I'll lay off the gas pedal, AJ. Give me Jasudavicius 30-27.
Odds for the fight are even at minus 110 on both sides. There's a lot of hype on Kline. She's coming in highly regarded. You're at even money against Jasudavicius on short notice. I mean, she's supposed to be that good.
That makes it more bettable for me. I don't know. Maybe I got to do my research on Kline, I guess. I just don't feel like you come in against Jasudavicius and have a great performance. I think this is actually a pretty tough test for her. So, Yeah, I'll be interested to see now. Now it's more interesting that you picked her, AJ.
She trains with Aaron Blanchfield.
All right, I train with fucking Fabricio Verdum. Fucking, do I get all that credit too? I mean, is it who we train? It's you could just train with somebody and get. Yes. I'm just joking around, but yeah, of course that's a good look for her. And Aaron Blanchfield is a tremendous grappler, but her striking, Aaron Blanchfield striking, Jasudavicius.
Respect. I respect the side. Even money over 2.5 rounds is minus 350. It's probably the route it's going down. Not into the betting side of it, but I have a little hype on the prospect. The line just flipped, actually. Kline's at plus 100. I'm going with new blood. I've been falling in, love with these prospects. They're doing well right now. They're taking over. You seeing it?
AJ and Kline? Is that?
No, not specifically her. I'm saying, look at the wins for all these up-and-coming prospects. Sopaj, Oliveira. And we got Kline here. We got Gene Silva. I don't know. A lot of good up-and-comers right now. I think Kline could join the bunch.
Fatima. So AJ likes the shaved on the sides.
No, I'll pass hard, man.
That pulls at the heartstrings.
Yeah, she's something, bro. She's something.
Heard you loud and clear, dog.
Yep. She's going to be giving me a phone call soon.
Jasudavicius UD.
Let's go. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Montel Quick Jackson versus Damon Blackshear. I like Damon Blackshear in this fight. I think he's got a good chance of winning against Montel. Montel's got good hands for sure, but I think that if you look at historically, he does struggle when he runs into guys that can match the wrestling and athleticism. Decision loss to Brett Johns some years ago. I remember I was upset because I thought Montel Jackson was the one in that fight, and he took a fat L. Lost to Ricky Simone early on. Well, the thing with Blackshear that's interesting is he gave Mario Batista a good fight on really short notice. And at 29, I think he's still got a lot of upward trending potential. I think he can beat Montel Jackson. I'm not sold that Montel is top 15. I think he's pretty good. He's top 25, but I think Blackshear is, emerging as a guy that could break into that top 15. And then you look at Montel Jackson, the wins are, impressive in a sense, right? With what he did last time to freaking Hani Yahya. It was badass, but bro, it's Hani Yahya. He's not the guy. Blackshear is up and coming, emerging, dangerous talent. And I'll be honest, man, Montel Jackson's wins aren't really that impressive. When you dig into who he's beating, 13-2, it's a great record. But Hani Yahya, Julio Arce, JP Bays, Jesse Strader, I think that Damon Blackshear beats all of them. And I think that Damon Blackshear probably finishes somebody like a JP Bays by submission because his jiu-jitsu, I think, is better than what Montel Jackson has to offer. The wrestling is going to be an interesting match, but I think Blackshear can do well. I'm going Damon Blackshear, man.
Man, tough call for me, buddy. I'm on the fence, dude. There's a pathway for Montel Jackson to eke out a decision here. I mean, he did look good against Ronnie Yahya. We could all criticize Ronnie Yahya. I listened to MMA Guru show. He thinks that he would beat Ronnie Yahya. MMA Guru said in a fight, he thinks he would beat Ronnie Yahya. So that's how bad. Just PSA to the man. Ronnie Yahya is submitting you, dog. If you don't have a jiu-jitsu blue belt, don't be talking about you're going to beat this UFC fighter. So hard stop. All right. He's choking you out, Guru. I know you're a big ass dude. I've seen that video of you. It was Darren Till. Ronnie Yahya submission. With that being said, Ronnie Yahya is way out of his prime now. And I like the competition that Blackshear's face. So, I mean, what are we looking at for Montel Jackson? Ronnie, Julio Arce, JP Bays, a decision with JP Bays. But dude, you wouldn't bet on Blackshear, would you?
I like Blackshear to win a lot.
You would bet on Blackshear as dog money?
He's a good underdog. And I just realized I did Montel Johnson here on screen. I tried his life, man. Instead of Johnson.
No. Montel, we're sorry, bro. AJ, I got AJ up at 1:30 in the morning doing this fucking bro. I'm so sorry, Montel Johnson. I mean Jackson. I'm so sorry, bro.
Shit.
Wise with the dono. W for the $10 dono. Missed the first few fights. I'll catch the replay. Good to see you two back at it this week. Good to see you too, Wise. I appreciate that 10 very much. I have a feeling that Montel Johnson can eke out this decision, dude. So Blackshear's live 100%. Blackshear could maybe catch a takedown, do something on the ground in this fight. I mean, he's got the capability to get a sub win, but I think Montel Jackson can outpoint him, defend takedowns. His takedown defense is pretty good. I like that he just finished somebody, albeit Ronnie Yaya, MMA Guru's next opponent. So I'll go Montel Jackson, close decision, but Blackshear's legit dog. If you guys like him, go ahead.
I like Blackshear, man. I respect the other side, but I think Blackshear is a G. Shout out to Ed for $4.99, bro. Thank you, bro.
Oh, Ed.
We appreciate
fucking
it.
car you in there, Ed. Holy shit. You see his ride in there? He's got something
a go-kart
right there.
No, it's a bumper car.
That's a bumper car? Oh, okay.
I think so.
All right. I thought he
Looks
had
like
some special shit. That looks like it could float, bro. It looks like he'd go straight from the land right onto the lake with that thing.
That's a time machine, my man.
That's what I'm saying. I said Jetsons. Yeah. Thank you for the $5, Ed. That was awesome. MMA Fiend has got it right. Baby, the money line's on. Let's go.
Let's go. The spelling mix-up is a sign. Blackshear is a lock. Yeah, let's go. Oh, shit.
It could be true. It could be true.
That's funny as fuck. All right, let's look at the odds here. We got Montel Jackson at -140. We got Damone Blackshear at +120. Give me Damone Blackshear, Mike Finch. I think he's a G. Bro. I'm on Team Blackshear all the way, my brother. That's what I see happening, bro. I think Blackshear is going to do well in the striking. He'll do well in the grappling, and I think he's going to pull through. That's it.
Look, I could see all that happening. I'm not betting against Blackshear at all, but this Montel Johnson guy might lose to him. But Montel Jackson, the guy that I've seen fight, I think can edge him out on the scorecard.
Respect.
Good fight.
Let's keep on running up the card. Our next one, we got Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson. I think Joshua Van's hands are a big factor. Johnson's good, though. Johnson can kickbox. I like his kicks a lot from the outside. But you know what, Mike Finch? The biggest thing is, and I saw you say something about it on Mike's Most Confident Picks, Johnson's beating these guys that have, grappling styles a lot of the time. But now he's taking on somebody that's going to be dreaming and salivating of boxing him up. And I think that Johnson's actually in a worse type of fight with somebody with Van's boxing pedigree, man. Van's got good hands. And another thing I like is the fact that he mixes up body shots and head shots. So many guys, they fall in love with the fucking head punch. The knockout to the dome, of course, is the best. But the body can really open things up. And I think he can make Johnson uncomfortable. I think he can back him up. And I have a hard time seeing Charles Johnson from the outside touching up Joshua Van, slipping and moving on him, because I think it's highly unlikely that Johnson is chinning Joshua Van. So we're looking at a striking fight where the power edge is Van, boxing edge is Van. Johnson's got better kicks. I'll give him that. But that's not going to win the fight. So I'm going Van. I think he might chin him.
I mean, even while Johnson's letting that Muay Thai go, I think he could get caught with the hands, man. Van's just more explosive than him. You said the major point here, which is stylistically, I don't think this is a great opponent for Johnson, as to where for Van, it's perfect, man. Van's not got to worry about some beast wrestler trying to take him down. He could really feel comfortable, let his combinations go, put punches together with knees and kicks. And I just imagine him putting some big punches on Johnson, getting him out of there. So I'm taking Van by knockout. I think he's driving that Van right down the fucking highway and getting a KO. This will be like performance of the night bonus type fight. I think that, Johnson's kind of a sit and duck for him. One of my favorite fights on the card, definitely one I'm considering touching myself. Give me Van knockout.
Van's a really good call, bro. I think Van's good. He's -210 is the favorite, and then Johnson is +180. Listen, Joshua Van was getting the push from the UFC. I mean, he was supposed to fight Tagir Ulanbekov. Wasn't he in a huge spot? a couple months ago. He was supposed to fight. I'm like 90% sure it was Tyra or Perez, one of the two. Now I got to double check. He was scheduled to fight against Tyra until they changed it up and gave Tyra the Perez fight. So like, to me, how I view it is Joshua Van seems like in the next 15, 16 months, he's top 12. And I don't think the same for Johnson. I think Johnson's running into a really good contender on the come up. And I think that Joshua Van is worth the touch, bro. I definitely think a parlay piece. I think it's a great value on maybe Moneyline parlay piece. You know, the knockout prop is cool because it's nice plus money and it's exciting. But if you're looking at like consistently winning, you could easily see a decision here. But if you want a D-Gen, it's plus 550 for a KO.
D-Gen? What is that short for? Degenerate.
Gotcha. Degeneracy. If you want to be a D-Gen.
I don't know. I think this is just a money line because, you know, maybe Johnson survives. He's definitely been in some tough ones. Look, man, I think Johnson's kind of a gatekeeper, and I think Van's kicking down the gate. You know, Johnson keeps people out of the top 10. I've picked him as a dog before. I don't doubt him, you know, but in this style of fight, I think he's going to get caught with a big shot, man. So, and Van, you could even say is maybe more technical even on the feet than him. So we got to go Van with the KO. I mean, if you want to go D-Gen, go D-Gen. But I'll tell you what, these past couple pay-per-views, I put, you know, 100 and something down, and I've made good money. I would say gas money, but I drive an electric car now. So electricity money. All right. And I've done that just by doing money lines and simple parlays with super confident picks. That's what I'm thinking about doing with Van here.
Let's go. I think you're right, my man. And we were both on Johnson over Jake Hadley. So it's not like we've overlooked him. It's just this is the matchup that he fumbles on. Joshua Van's that one. Let's go. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Josh Fremd versus Andre Petroski. I know we're on other sides on this one. I'm picking Fremd, but it's not a confident pick, man. It's Josh Fremd pick. Petroski's a weird one because he's got a lot of power and physicality, but I really don't like his striking at all. I think Fremd's got the kickboxing edge, but I know what you're going to say, though. But Petroski could put him on his back. Petroski's the better wrestler. Fair? I don't know, though, with Fremd. I think he's got deceptively decent takedown defense for Petroski. I think he could surprise him. I think Fremd could end up rocking Petroski a little bit. I'm very reluctant to pick Petroski. I'm also definitely reluctant to bet on either one of these guys. Holy shit. Not a fight where money is getting thrown down for me. I just don't think it's a good idea because what I see with Fremd is good kickboxing, good enough jiu-jitsu, wrestling, athleticism, speed. What I see with Petroski is solid jiu-jitsu, solid wrestling, subpar technical striking, but good power. And he's really jacked and strong. But I don't know, man. The last two have kind of teetered my confidence. I know, though, the competition was pretty stiff, right? Malkoon, he's solid. And then obviously, Michel Pereira is a savage. Like, you know what?
He beat Gerald Meerschaert.
I'll be honest, man. As I'm talking myself off the Fremd side because I'm saying, how does he really fucking beat him? You might see a flip on Friday. I'm waiting till the weigh-ins. I'm not
Friday. I got you right now in front of me. What are you talking about? Let me take a shot. Let me take the mic. Hold on. Let me take the mic.
Let's go.
You said his jiu-jitsu was solid, homie. Petroski's solid. All right, get you Sada the fuck out of here. Petroski's solid, my man. He's submitting black belts who competed IBJJF, Nick Maximov or whatever. I mean, Petroski's a beast. You know, Gerald Meerschaert didn't have a hope of submitting him. So I think Petroski with the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu is obvious, right? And a lot of Fremd's wins are by submission. Remember when I called him to submit Cedric Dumas and then he submitted Cedric Dumas as a dog? He can't do that. I shouldn't say can't. It's MMA. He's not likely to do that against a Petroski, man. So that's off the table. Now what does he have? He has to kickbox and defend takedowns for 3 rounds. He's not Michel Pereira, man. And Jacob Malhoun is a titanium beast. This is a big step down in competition for Petroski. People are hating on him because he got knocked out by a hip. I'm saying that's a freak thing, man. Like, how are we going to bet on him getting knocked out by a hip again? Like, what are people thinking? I don't think he's got this glass jaw or whatever people are talking about. So I'm on Petroski. I don't think we're going to see any crazy shit. I think we're going to see Petroski hit takedowns, be twice as strong as Josh Fremd, and probably do fine on the feet. It's not like I'm worried about Fremd's ridiculous power or athleticism. You know, I like Petroski in this one a lot. I understand people's reservations about Petroski after those two fights, but remember, and AJ just said it out loud, it was Jacob Malhoun and Michelle Pehea who are really primed, really good. And people want to shit on the Gerald Meerschaert fight. Gerald Meerschaert is a hell of a gatekeeper, and he got through the gate, dude. He won that fight. So, and then before that, he was a beast. I mean, coming into the Meerschaert fight, there was a significant amount of hype around Petroski. You will never see Fremd challenge for a UFC title. Petroski could still do it. So, give me Petroski, and I think once he gets on top in this fight, it'll be dominant.
I respect the call. You're more confident in Petroski than I am with.
I can tell, but did I bring you AJ? Come on, bro. Tell us the truth, AJ. What's the truth?
My brother, I just for some reason have a weird feeling with Petroski that he'll end up. If I jump to Petroski, Mike Finch, you're losing for sure. If I pick flip, you're in big trouble, man.
I ain't superstitious, dog. All right, I ain't superstitious. I don't care if I'm a Virgo or whatever the fuck. I don't care if I knock on wood after I say some shit.
I'm knocking on wood right now for you saying this, man.
It's all good, man. That's not how this shit works, okay?
Let's go.
You know who wins the fight? The fighter that fights better, all right? Not the guy that AJ pick flips to, okay?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to believe that, bro, but I don't know. I'm superstitious, man. Wise, thank you for $9.99. Hey, Mike, don't forget to add TO and TOO to the pet peeves list.
Yo, that one doesn't bother me as much for some reason, but for sure, we'll get the grammar police on that one right away, Wise, especially since you put $10 on it. So I'll be looking, okay? Don't start fucking with me and typing those wrong, folks. My big ones are the yours and the theirs. For whatever reason, it's a hard pause anytime I've seen Trump do that with a tweet. I remember Trump put out a tweet and he had the wrong there or your or whatever it was. Oh man, I'm like, oh no. So guys, get correct. Okay. It's just smoother to read, please. Thank you.
What do I have a 20% hint of Christopher Walken going on when I talk? Because
Christopher Walken, it's
why I don't see that. I don't see it at all.
AJ's he's up at 130, Florida.
Do I have that? Is that a real thing?
I always feel like AJ straight out of The Sopranos, bro. I don't know. I don't know about Christopher Walken. I see more like Paulie.
That's funny as fuck. That's funny as fuck. Oh shit, that's funny. Listen, Finch, we got to talk this fight. The odds are even, bro. -110 on both sides. Like, what do you think about that as a Petroski back? You're probably like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? They think Josh. I don't. Maybe am I tripping? Is Josh Fremd gonna challenge for a tie? Is he gonna be like top? I can't imagine Josh Fremd doing anything better against Michelle Pehea and Jacob Malhoun. I think Jacob Malhoun breaks his fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, fair.
I don't see it, but you know, I see why people are hating on Petroski right now. I see why that's fashionable right now. He did have a tough year, but this is the bounce back, folks.
Don't call it a comeback.
What did Joe Biden say after the debate? He said, if you get knocked, not whether or not you get knocked down, you get back up again, right? Right? You get back up again. Who cares if you have early onset dementia? Give me Petroski.
Petroski for the W. You like finish at all?
I think he could submit him, but at even odds, like fuck it. You got to money line it.
It's plus 285 for sub, just to read it off. Let's keep running. Let's get to the next one, Mr. Biden. We got Luana Santos and Mariya Agapova. I'm going with Luana Santos to get the win here in this fight. Agapova is a weird case. Like, her losses in retrospect are not bad. Because you look, okay, losing to Julian Robertson by submission. Robertson's a savage. losing to Marina Moroz by submission. She's pretty good. Luana Santos, how do I describe her? She's a okay pressure fighting, smothering, clinch, throw, judo-esque, jiu-jitsu style grappler with sloppy striking. And I see her getting smoked at some point. But Mariya Agapova, who lost to Shayna Dobson a few years ago, I can't get that out of my mind. So I'm going to say Luana Santos wins. I think she's live for a sub. But the fucking odds are gross. -400 for Luana Santos. She doesn't deserve to be -400. Agapova can still fight. Last I heard, Agapova was homeless, bro. She was like living out of like some outdoor shed or something like that. So she's fighting for a lot. I don't know. Betting against her is dangerous because the will to win has got to be high.
Yeah, I've heard these crazy stories too about her, in gambling debt or something. I mean,
she's
who
betting
knows
on how many UFC fights.
Yeah, right. She's probably taking all of me and AJ's picks. No, I'm just kidding. I think Luana Santos. We're good. I mean,
she'd be
funny
winning
because it's not true. Like we're
Right.
good. I think Luana Santos is going to be able to beat her. I could see her getting a submission. As soon as Luana Santos gets the top position in this fight, it's probably over. But are you going to bet on a large favorite in women's MMA at this level? I'm not. So Luana Santos, but I'll pass on the bet.
I'll be honest. I'm calling Luana Santos, but I hope Agapova wins. I hope she wins, man. I hope she gets out of debt with a fucking knockout of the night bonus. I hope she chins her. But the odds of that happening... low, bro. I think the odds of that happening are the odds of me tapping Finch with a fucking heel hook, man.
I was working on those heel hooks today. Shout out
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's unlikely, man. Very unlikely.
Listen, man. I think Santos is the one hitting the sub here.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. The thing is, the odds suck for this fight, man. Luana Santos -400 range. Submission for Santos does bring you +180. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
It is possible, but is it plausible? That's what I said to Eddie Bravo when we were talking about Bigfoot and shit like that.
Yeah.
He goes, it's possible. I said, it's possible, but is it plausible? And he goes, that's the word I was looking for when I was on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm like, okay, plausible. It's not plausible, right? I just don't see Agapova head kicking her.
Yeah.
But maybe she will. It is mixed martial arts. And again, that's why it was not within my top 5 bets on this card. It's not one of my most confident picks. Even though the odds make it look like it should be, I wouldn't touch it.
Me either. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card. We got Drew Dober versus Gene Silva. And this is also starting this main card off with fire. Round of applause real quick. Because this fight right here.
Dope.
Holy shit.
Dope.
Short notice, Gene Silva just got a knockout at 303. Destroyed Charles Jourdain at 47 he weighed in at. Going up to lightweight to take on a fan favorite in a fun stylistic matchup. I think Gene Silva knocks out Dober. Dober gets hit a lot. Dober gets hit so much. Now, his chin's there. Sure, he does have a chin on him. I mean, look at it. He better have a chin with that fucking jaw. But let me tell you something. Gene Silva hits really hard, and I think that he's emerging as a guy to keep an eye on. At 45 or 55, I do think he'll eventually drop back down to 45 just because there's some giants at 55, and he's a little bit, on the shorter side. But Dober's not a giant lightweight. This is a good matchup as far as the size goes because Gene Silva's not going to be outsized here. Knockout power Gene Silva has, but Dober does too. But when it comes to the chin, I think Silva can take some big ones from Dober. But another thing is Dober, even in wins, takes a lot of shots. I dig back. Terrence McKinney was punching him up. Obviously, Matt Favola knocked him out. Even Rafael Alves. Remember Bobby Green fight when he was getting touched up and then he got the knockout? I think Gene Silva hits you like that. You're not going to stay up. I'm going Silva by chinning him. I'm going knockout. I like Gene Silva a lot this week.
Gene Silva is a lot better at striking. He's faster, but I think Drew Dober is going to be a little bit bigger than him. You don't think he'll have a size advantage? I think Drew Dober is going to be a lot stronger than he's used to, a lot more durable than he's used to. Now, the speed is real, and speed kills. Speed matters a lot, and Silva is going to get to that big-ass head of Drew Dober. And, I just feel like Drew Dober's durability is what keeps me away from this fight. Like, if Drew Dober could weather that storm a little bit, hit a takedown or two, you could see him pinning, Gene Silva onto the mat and doing some work. On the feet, you got to go with Silva, and it's a quick turnaround for him. I hope he's healthy. Hope he's feeling good. It's a sick fight. I could easily see this being fight of the night, which makes it not the fight I'm running the bet on, but it sounds like AJ's more confident on Silva. I just think the evidence shows us, and that's what we do. We believe in things based on evidence, right? The evidence shows us that Drew Dober is one of the most durable lightweights, and Gene Silva's coming up in weight. Dude, I think Drew Dober is going to be a real test for him at the very least. So fight of the night pick for me. I think Drew Dober could take a shot. And it'll be interesting to see if Silva can turn off the lights.
Odds for the fight -110 on both sides. We got even money. So you're picking Drew Dober, or you're picking Gene Silva?
I'm picking Gene Silva, but is it bettable? I was really considering putting it on my most confident picks too, because Gene Silva's striking is tremendous, but quick turnaround for him. You're giving him one of the most durable guys in the division. It's just interesting. It's not like I don't see him teeing off on Drew Dober. I do. But how many times Bobby Green was whooping his ass. Bobby Green was going off on Drew Dober, and Drew Dober finds a way. So how am I going to bet against him?
I respect it. You think that the elevation plays any factor with either one of these guys?
I don't know.
It's interesting, right?
I don't know. Yeah, the elevation is, I saw somebody else saying, Josh Fremd trains at elevation. That's one reason to pick him. It's like, all right. I understand in a 5 rounds fight, especially really weighing elevation. I especially recognize it with heavyweights weighing elevation. I don't know. In a 3-round fight with 2, lightweights who come in shape always, like, it's not going to flip my pick.
That's fair. I respect it. Listen,
we're both on the same page, AJ. We both got Silva. I'm just trying to he's gonna be in your parlays, though. I don't know. Or maybe are you locking him? Is AJ about to lock Gene Silva over Drew Dober? I can't wait to find out.
Can't wait to find out. You'll see, my brother. You'll see. Listen, we're both going Gene Silva. The odds are even. The knockout could happen. It's plus 185 for Silva by KO, but I don't know. I'm not into the knockout too much, man. It's degeneracy. Biden be saying,
we got to kill Medicare. Yeah, he killed Medicare. What? I forgot Trump's comeback. Trump's comeback was pretty good. I don't know. Joe had a fucking. That was the most.
He did a great job. What are you talking about? You look great.
That was the most consequential debate in American history, in American political history, the most consequential debate of all time. That was crazy as fuck. Shout out to Joe for doing it, man. You remember Joe challenged him. Yeah. Joe challenged him to that debate. Who on Joe's team said, hey, I think it's a good idea? It was probably the same person who gave him the bike.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gave him the bike? You remember when he fell off the bicycle?
That was funny as shit.
The same people who gave Joe the bicycle came up with the let's challenge Trump to a debate. What the fuck? It doesn't matter if you have better points. Okay? Jeb Bush had better points than Trump. It did. Rand Paul was up there. Right. Rand Paul is brilliant. Trump criticized his hair and it was over. He just shit on his hair, and it was over, all right? You're not going to get any – what were they thinking? It was the earliest debate in American history and the most consequential. Thank you for the $2 double.
What's your prediction for the election? Who wins?
The election, everybody vote for RFK Jr. I've donated to the campaign with RFK Jr. Let's go, RFK Jr. Every other weekend, he's out here in Costa Mesa. So that's my boy right there. Go RFK Jr. for me, folks.
All right.
I'm not telling you who to vote for, folks. I'm not doing that. Obviously, Trump is favored to win the election. Obviously.
We'll see. I don't know. I think the underdog might take it, man. I think I might bet the underdog.
That would mean it's rigged. It's a rigged election. I hope not, man.
I hope not.
Hey, we got another one. Oh, Cold as Fire brings up a great point. Where is the Peyton Talbot is gay video?
What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Hold up. I got you.
What are you talking about, Finch?
I got you guys. I thought I screenshot this already. Where is it? Oh, no, that's not it. Where is he? Okay, here. These are pictures of Peyton. That's Peyton Talbot, folks. That's Peyton Talbot. That's Peyton Talbot. Bro, what is going on with Peyton Talbot, man? Peyton Talbot is what? That's Peyton Talbot on a stripper pole.
I think he's just a little bit flamboyant, bro. I don't think he's gay. I don't know.
They are going to tell me that John Jones is gay.
He's not.
I'm going to tell you that Peyton Talbot is at least under question. And let's get it proper and let's get it straight, folks. Okay? I met my wife doing stage theater. I hung out with plenty of gay folks. All right? Nothing wrong with being gay. If you're gay, be fucking gay. But Peyton Talbot, highly questionable. Highly questionable. I'll work on that for you, Cold as Fire. Thank you for the $5.
That's funny as fuck, man. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right. Let's get it together, man. Let's get it together. I'm waiting for that video now, Finch. I didn't even know this was a thing, bro. Holy shit.
Oh man. Hey, Average Joe, you can be gay and have a girl. I mean, how many times in history do we need? Girls are into it. They're into it.
It's a California thing, I guess. I don't know about that in Florida, man.
Nah, dog. Trust me. Okay, average like 20-something-year-old American girl. Do you like watching a girl? Okay, this is gonna get too far. A girl kissing another girl. It's
nice to see.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Probably the same thing the other way. They're into it. So Peyton Talbot could be, maybe not completely gay. I don't do all these labels. LGBTQ. You're gonna keep putting letters on it. You're gay or you're not gay. You know what I mean?
Fair. That's
it's
fair,
like you could be a little gay.
I think maybe he's teetering on the line.
Am I out of touch?
No, I don't think you're out of touch. I get what you're saying. What you're saying is the modern.
He's not gay. I saw his girl. Like, okay, like there's a spectrum.
Like Sketch, that one guy.
There's a fucking spectrum. All right.
He's on it. You're saying he's a little bit.
I'm not saying. I wonder. I wonder when I see him in the holy crop tops, hugging dudes, popping I don't know, stripper pole. I don't, you don't see any pictures of me and AJ on stripper poles.
That's
crop
fair.
tops. You don't see that out there.
If
and
we did, though, we probably have more knockout power, though, man. We might have to pull it off.
Peyton Talbot might be gay.
All right, we'll find out. Finchman's got a video on it coming soon. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Cody Brundage versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. Give me Alhassan, bro. I think come on, man. It's Cody Brundage. He's got okay overhands. He can wrestle a bit. It always comes back to, though, it's Cody Brundage, though. He's okay. He's not as bad maybe as advertised. Like, I don't know how to describe it with Brundage. He's had moments. But he shits the bed a lot. Abdul Razak Alhassan's got power in his hands. I think he's got the takedown defense. He gave Buckley a hard fight 3 fights ago, a split decision there. Now he's going to go out and lose to Brundage. That's not computing in my brain. But I guess the worry will be Alhassan's, in the later stage of his career, he could get dropped with a big punch. I mean, Brundage can crack a little bit. He drops Adolfo Vieira. It's something to know. But yeah, give me Alhassan by knockout. Yeah.
I was like, where is he going?
Yeah.
Where is he going with this? Alhassan by knockout, man.
Yeah.
Yo, how am I gonna tell you Cody Brundage, especially when he's probably gonna just strike with him, right? He's probably gonna end up banging with him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we got to go Alhassan by knockout. I think Alhassan can bounce back, man. Alhassan, really, really good striker. Yeah, Joe Pyfer laid him the fuck. Arm triangle choked him. Did he knock him out? He arm triangle choked him. What the fuck? Why in my head?
He went 2 rounds though. I mean, look what he did to Barrio. The easy work.
Yeah, true. Yes, Alhassan's a good striker, 100%. Knocked out Claudio Ribeiro. That was sick. And Claudio Ribeiro, a dangerous striker too with power. So Alhassan has power. He's I think gonna find a big shot here and put Cody Brundage out. It's a fight, but we got to go with the danger of striking with Alhassan. Give me Alhassan knockout.
I agree completely. Alhassan to win via KO is interesting. You got what? Plus. Oh, no, you don't. You got minus 115. You got money line minus 170, though. I think it's going under 2.5 at minus 350. I think somebody's getting finished. I'll pick Alhassan. Not a lock, though. Not a most confident pick.
Another Colorado fighter, my cousin Tyson Finch in the house. What up, T? Listen. That matters, right? But if they get into a hard fight and it's going long, Tyson, I see a shot in the first round landing, man. So I don't know if the Colorado thing will matter, but good note, Tyson. I appreciate that. Tyson's low key. My cousin's become a bigger fan than me, bro. He sends me these matchups on prelims. I'm like, you care about this shit? It's crazy.
That's nice.
Shout out, Tyson. Thank you for keeping me in the loop.
Let's go. That's nice, man. Listen, I think Alhassan by KO is going to come through most likely. It's just Cody Brundage. I mean, he's been in the UFC a while. Say what you want about him. He definitely works hard. I mean, I know he's working with, Anthony Smith in the past. You see him in the training room. You see him on the embeddeds. He's taking fights. Like, I don't know. I have a respect for Cody Brundage. Like, he is a legit journeyman, but like a tough customer. And Alhassan, it's not that he's a wild card, but he's fumbled the bag quite a bit. Like once the level turned, it's just I don't think Brundage quite turns that level. So,
yes, I think this is Brundage is. I don't think he could strike with Alhassan, and I don't think you could reliably say he could take him down. If he could, that would be nice. I think he's going to just bang with him a little too much and get caught. This is the type of level where Alhassan is going to come back up. Alhassan, another guy I don't see challenging for a world title, but like passing a Cody Brundage test, even in Colorado, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go. We're going Alhassan. We're going knockout, and we're going to keep running up. Next fight on the card, we got Christian Rodriguez. We got C-Rod versus Juicy J, Julian Erosa. I got to go with Christian Rodriguez to win, and I think Erosa is like a tempting underdog attack for some people simply because he's got the physical tools, right? He's got the height advantage, the reach advantage, but he's extremely inefficient in striking defense to the point that it's just way too much of a flaw to go out and pick him against the guy that comes from, a striking-based team, has a good kickboxing game, survived on the ground with Jonathan Pierce, who's a, pretty solid pressure wrestler, grappler. And Julian Erosa, like the way he wins a lot of fights is guys fumble the bag by making mistakes and shooting dumb takedowns on him or whatever, what have you, weird positions. If you look, though, I mean, striking fights, he tends to get his light shut off. He's been, 2 out of the last 3? And I know people say, the Padilla fight was an early stoppage and whatnot. But nonetheless, the hands-low style is extremely risky. And it's just a style that he lives by. He's been knocked out, I think, in every one of his UFC losses. Let's see. Devontae, he got the decision with Grant Dawson. But every time he fights a striker, and he loses to a striker, he's getting knocked out. I guess a decent win on the record is Hakeem Dawodu W. But I think C-Rod's pretty good, man. He's coming into his own. The reach doesn't concern me. You want to know another reason the reach doesn't worry me too much? Because you remember when Artem Lobov chinned Erosa on The Ultimate Fighter years ago, and he's got a 65-inch reach.
He's like a fucking, T-Rex, dude. That's crazy.
He is.
Christian Rodriguez is a good striker. He's a smooth striker, and he's used to, as you said, being at Rufus Sport with lots of guys who consider themselves strikers who have dynamic games too. So Erosa's got nothing for him on the feet. Erosa can try to take him down, but dude, he was doing fine with guys who are like, a lot better. Rahul Rosas Jr. he beat. I mean, guys who got a lot more suffocating grappling. So Christian Rodriguez, it is one of the more confident picks on the card. The odds aren't crazy wide. I was calling his fights back in the day. Let's go to the amateur record. I called this fight against Harry Valdez at XFO Rocktown Showdown 30 in 2017. I called his fight on the microphone against Kevin Mendoza at XFO 59 Outdoor 12. He lost that fight as an amateur. So I've seen him all the way since 2016. All right. And I've seen him go from that to beating Rahul Rosas Jr. in the UFC. He's on a roll. You got to be confident on Rodriguez, and I certainly am. So Christian Rodriguez, it might be a decision. I mean, he's definitely not the most dangerous guy in the UFC, but I think he dominates Erosa. I do.
2-1 favorite. He's minus 200 with Erosa at plus 170.
It's not too wide. That's not too wide. Now that I've done this show with you, like that's one of the more confident picks on the card for me. That's a lot more confident than the girl fight. What were we saying? Agapova? What were we saying?
Luana Santos Agapova, or are you talking Jasudavicius and Fatima Kline?
Bro, why isn't my brain working?
It's late right now, my man.
The 4-1 favorite.
Yeah, Luana Santos minus 415.
Exactly. So like this is way better than that. And you're gonna give me 2-1 versus 4-1. Way better. I mean, I would definitely flip those odds. So I disagree with the books. I think you could touch Christian Rodriguez here.
Let's go. Christian Rodriguez for the win. The call for the Finchman and I both. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, we got Gabriel Bonfim versus Ange Loosa.
Nope.
And I know you were saying something similar to me. It's like, Bonfim loses to Dalby and now Loosa's going to beat him, jump off the train? Absolutely not. I feel pretty confident that Bonfim wins. But I will say, what I hope to see in this fight is a little more patience, because Ange Loosa hasn't been finished inside of the UFC. He's a pretty durable guy. And I consider him one of those like true generalists. Like I feel like he does everything pretty decent, but isn't exceptional in any aspect of the game. And Bonfim obviously can strike really well. He's got nasty jiu-jitsu on the ground. But if Bonfim were to go out and win a decision, it wouldn't be that shocking just for, Loosa's reluctance to be finished. But nonetheless, I think Bonfim is live for a submission. I'll say officially, though, I'm kind of leaning decision. Just because Loosa's, been long with some solid name, like Jack Della gave him trouble, but still survived there. He's also real strong. Like Loosa's one of those guys, he comes in great shape. He's got good recovery. He just, isn't exceptionally skilled. He's, like I said, generalist level. I think Bonfim has a pretty high ceiling still. And I don't think, you should be overly panicked just because of a loss to Nicholas Dalby. I mean, look how good Dalby did against Fakhretdinov. People felt he could have got the decision. So there's nothing really to knock Bonfim on besides, though, he starts very fast and can blow his wad doing such a thing. So I think after that loss, he comes in with a slightly adapted game and a little more evolved version of himself, might find a late finish here instead of an early one. But I think Moneyline parlay piece.
You gotta go. I think you gotta go Bonfim here. Look, I was talking to my friend Kevin. He's like, "Yo, Bonfim on the feet. Who knows?" I even think in the striking, Bonfim could beat an Ange Loosa, and fucking the jiu-jitsu is no question. Bonfim's nasty with it. So the grappling, he's better. He's got some experience now, albeit coming off of the loss. But you can't, I can't write him off with an Ange Loosa. Like an Ange Loosa, he should be able to finish. I think he chokes Ange Loosa. The one way Ange Loosa wins is takedown defense and put some big shots on him. But, no way I would touch that, man. So give me Gabriel Bonfim all day. Now, I'm really interested to hear this. What are the odds?
So money line is 3-1, minus 300. Loosa's a plus 250 underdog, so big dog money for Loosa. The over 1.5 is minus 158, and then a win for Bonfim by submission is going to sit at minus 105 with a Bonfim decision at plus 300. Note that Bonfim is a pretty notorious finisher. He's never been the distance as a pro.
Yeah. I got to go Bonfim submission, man. He's a submission ace, super nasty with it. The Bonfim brothers are the real deal. Ange Loosa will be hard to take down for sure. But I like how you described him as a generalist. Like the skills are not high level, and Bonfim's skills are so much better. And he's fast and he's explosive. I'm a fan still. So just because he had a tough one against Nicholas Dalby, he ain't done, folks. He's young, too. My man is what, 26? You're calling him off at 26? Get out of here. Now, those odds are giving him some more respect than I honestly thought, though. But, I could easily put Bonfim in a parlay. So, Bonfim all day.
Let's keep running. Next one. We got the co-main event, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikhov. Salikhov is 40, man. He looks every bit of it too, right? Like Salikhov's one of those guys that, he's been fighting a long time. Who knows if that birth certificate's accurate? He could be 46, But, he's got good kicks. It's just
he's 50, dog.
He might be 50. Santiago Ponzinibbio, I think, has better hands than him. I think that, yes, Salikhov is the big kicks. I don't see him head kicking Ponzinibbio. I think Ponzinibbio catches him with a big punch. It probably puts him out. But I'll say this, man, that Alex Morono fight that Ponzinibbio won by third round knockout, he was losing. He was getting outstruck. So Ponzinibbio's a worry for me simply because I can see the wear and tear of the game has gotten to him a bit, but still pretty live to, do damage against a Salikhov who just got brutally knocked out against Randy Brown too. I think Ponzinibbio goes out first round competitive, but lands some big shots and maybe gets a second round KO. But I don't know, man. Both guys are really in the twilights of their career. I know Ponzinibbio's 37 and, obviously Salikhov at 40, it's like a bigger number, but it's really, it's only 2.5-year age difference between the two. It's just more Ponzinibbio's fall off was kind of sad because at one point he was like a pretty high caliber up and comer. And then, kind of dwindled down from there. But I'll say this with Ponzinibbio. If you dig back just a couple of years, he's having split decision losses to Michel Pereira and Jeff Neal. And now Muslim Salikhov is going to be the guy that takes him out. I don't think so. But, neither one of their recent wins are huge. I guess a Morono knockout's not horrible, but still.
Ponzinibbio should be able to shut off Salikhov. And, who told you about Randy Brown knocking out Salikhov? Your boy did. I'm telling you what, man. This guy, it's a Russian birth certificate. So, no, I'm just kidding. Russia's got legit birth certificates, AJ. Get the fuck out of here. Biological age is different and miles are different. Like, my man has miles on him. Max Holloway's, 32? My man's got a lot more miles than that. And Salikhov's 40, but he's got a lot of more miles than that. And I believe that Ponzinibbio is going to be more durable than him, is going to be able to put him out. So Ponzinibbio, back in their primes, this would be more interesting. I think Ponzi, especially, I just looked at the odds right now. You're giving me plus 165 for Salikhov, 2-1 on Ponzinibbio. Fuck yeah. I think that's absolutely touchable. Give me Ponzinibbio by knockout. All respect to the 40-year-old man, but like Ponzi's a lot closer to his prime, albeit he's only 37. But as AJ said, I mean, we're going to write him off after Michel Pereira loss. How many dudes in this card have lost to Michel Pereira? Jeff Neal. These guys were, considered the up and coming top 10 folks, right? Michel Pereira still is. I think that Ponzinibbio gets a nice dub here, puts his lights out, in exchanges, and I don't see Muslim Salikhov being able to do much to him, man. Ponzinibbio knockout.
Ponzinibbio by KO line is plus 160, but I'm actually seeing minus 185 for Ponzinibbio down the center on a money
line.
Yeah,
all day, buddy. I mean, that's what I'm looking at anyway.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go Ponzinibbio for the W. The call for Finch and I both. And let's jump to our main event. If you're watching and you haven't, smash that like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Daily content is back. I'm back from vacation, okay?
DJ's back. Happy 4th, mother.
Thank you.
Where were you partying, bro?
I was all over the place. I was in Jersey. I was in New York
Jersey. That's
City.
where the accent comes from.
Yeah, I was
Jersey.
also in Massachusetts and then Maine, bro. I was traveling around the whole fucking U.S. I drove through Connecticut. I was all over the place, man.
Drive? You drove from Florida all the way up?
Nah, I flew to Jersey and then drove from Jersey to Massachusetts and then Maine afterwards.
Damn, I've never been to Maine in my life. How's Maine?
It's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Yeah. I like it. They got like big lakes over there, so you don't got to worry about sharks or nothing as you do the water sports and stuff. It's fun, man.
No crocodiles and alligators.
Nothing,
Like
exactly.
You're
it's not what I'm
you're
used to. Exactly.
Okay.
I like it. I like the vibes up there, dude. Maine's a good 4th of July spot.
Welcome back. Huntington Beach is a good 4th of July spot.
I heard from your show. I heard.
Dude, it is crazy out here. I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm part of the fucking problem.
That's great.
I got the fireworks myself, man. So yeah, we went nuts, of course.
That's nice. But listen, let's get to the breakdown. Namajunas versus Cortez. We got to go Thug Rose. Thug Rose is proven at a high level more than Cortez. Thug Rose knows how to outpoint opponents well. She's done it numerous times in the past. She's dealt with girls that have, offensive wrestling. But the thing about Cortez is, yeah, she beat Jasudavicius, but that's the only big win on the record. Melissa Gatto in the fight before that. Like, there's no big signature name. Cortez should be fighting somebody, in the 12 to 15 range to jump up and fight, a legit former world champion and somebody that's like, deservingly in that top 6, top 7, who was supposed to be taking on Macy Barber in what was a high caliber top contender fight. A short notice Cortez is probably in trouble here. I think she gets outworked for the majority of the fight. And also at high elevation, Cortez in, her UFC main event debut, it's a tough out. I don't think it goes well for her. I think that Namajunas gets her hand raised 49-46. Unanimous decision. Maybe Cortez takes a round.
Tracy Cortez hasn't fought.
Yeah.
She has not been fighting.
No.
She's been on the shelf. She's been collecting dust. Meanwhile, Rose is out there in a main event going 5 rounds. I'll take an in-season Thug Rose all day. Thug Rose fights in what I call the green zone. Right? You can break striking down into zones, red, yellow, green. She fights more at a distance. So how is Tracy Cortez going to close that distance? She's going to walk into that pop. Rose is going to sidestep her. Rose has got better footwork, better timing, more dynamic striking. She's in season. She's fought better competition. This is the woman that knocked out the GOATs of the division, right? The Hall of Famer now. The Polak herself. Is that rude to say? I'm Polish too. Jędrzejczyk, and she also knocked out Wei Li. She knocked out Wei Li. Can you imagine Tracy Cortez knocking out Wei Li? I don't think so. I'm going Thug Rose all day. Tracy Cortez needs takedowns in this fight to win, I believe. And she'll be hard pressed to get it. Who is just like out wrestling, I mean, yeah, Rose got slammed on her head once when Dominic Cruz said, well, she can't slam her from here. Literally picks her up, Andrade picks her up in the air, spikes her on her head, and knocks her unconscious. Just an amazing, I loved that moment. With the commentary, I don't like to see Rose get vicious concussions. Rose is awesome. I think Rose will have a much higher output. I think Rose is much better for a 5-round fight. It's Thug Rose, folks. All right? That's the nickname for our gym. I run UFC Gym Rosemead. Okay, we're Team Thug Rose. So I'm Team Thug Rose as well. I think Rose will get this one. Dominant decision. Maybe she even finishes her.
Odds for the fight at -200 for Thug Rose. Cortez at +170 with an over 4.5 at -280. And then a Rose Namajunas win by decision sitting at -105. Now, if you went Namajunas inside distance is +230, but I'm thinking decision.
I mean, all of Tracy Cortez's fights are decisions. That's what she does, right? Rose can come out there with a knockout sometimes, but she's also pitter-pattered as well. Her last win was Jasudavicius in September of 2023. So, almost a year ago. And that matters. That matters in this game. That matters when you're out. So the timing and whatnot, sometimes you get a Dominic Cruz who comes in there and looks great right away. I mean, that happens, but it's just another factor, another reason why I think Thug Rose is going to perform well and get the dub, man. Odds are crazy or what?
I mean, it's 2-1 for Thug Rose.
I like Thug Rose.
Thug Rose for the W, man. We're riding with her. Decision win. I think she pulls through. That's the card right there. Those are the money picks. But you know what time it is, Mike Finch? It's time for us to get some savagery going. It's time for the lock of the night. Money line lock of the night. Hit and move. Waiting on the gloves, Finch.
Oh,
get them by 2025? People in the chat are predicting no.
Hit and move. AJ will never see it, but there it is. You can see it through the camera. Hit and move, folks. I was using the mitts today, dude. They're sick. Those turtle mitts are super sick.
They look good. They look
I love it. I was just using them all day today. All freaking day. AJ, you still hit mitts or what?
Dude, I'm waiting on the fucking gloves.
AJ,
man.
When's the last time you threw a punch in the gym?
It's been a long time now. It's been at least 6 months.
Oh, man. All right.
If I get the gloves, I'll literally do it right away.
All right. You realize they're $250 gloves, right?
I know.
No fucking joke.
I'm hoping he's sending them to me, man.
These are fucking beautiful.
Gift of my gratitude.
You know I put a word in for you, right?
I know you did. I know you did.
Ozzy, you're watching this right now. AJ needs his gloves, all right? And he keeps putting it on me like it's my fault, all right? Ozzy, we need some love. Send him some gloves. They're tremendous, man. I just got them for my he bought them, but my athlete. I have a 14-year-old kid who's going to compete in kickboxing for the first time, amateur kickboxing. He went with hit and move gloves. You know, that's what I trust. That is what I use, folks. So hit and move. Use promo code Moneyline to save yourself 15% on some hit and move gear. AJ, who you locking?
I'm waiting for you, man. I'm waiting for you.
Me?
You gotta go first.
Damn,
man.
I was feeling the Christian Rodriguez, bro. Should I go nuts and go Christian Rodriguez 2-1?
I don't think you're nuts.
I think we're doing it. Now, again, I just hosted a show where I picked all my top 5. I didn't even put this one in there. And after doing the show today and looking at it a little more and hearing AJ's take, bro,
it's a good call.
I think Christian Rodriguez.
Good call. He's one of my most confident.
Yeah, Christian Rodriguez at 2-1 has got it. So Christian Rodriguez, UD, money line him, 2-1 odds, whatever. That's my lock.
I'm going with an underdog. I'm going with Blackshear. Bro. I got an underdog. I got a feeling. I don't want to go chalky locky this week. Something told me, listen, go the dog, and that's it. You do it. I'm going Damon Blackshear to win. Throw it the money line. Plus 118 range, plus 120. I think that's the onslaught. I think that's the way we got to go.
I hear you. Those odds are juicy for sure.
I got a good feeling, bro. I'm going underdog lock. I got high confidence picks. The people know if you watch this week's Best MMA Bets earlier today, I got some good, most confident calls, but I had to go dog lock. And when I go dog lock, I think it's implied that, yeah, it's maybe not my most confident, but at the end of the day, it's still a money call.
Value. I got you, man. I respect it, AJ.
Oh,
I'm going to go with confidence. I need my confident lock, man. Because that's how I bet, bro. Like, I don't bet like, ooh, the odds look good. Like, nah, I'm betting what I think the future is going to look like.
Let's go. Listen, we got time for your future picks right here, man. The king of the parlay. Let's do it.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah, it's parlay time. Thug Rose Namajunas is gonna win all 5 rounds Saturday night. Yeah, and I got Thug Rose. That's my first lock. And dude, you could put a bunch on here, man. What am I gonna do with this parlay? I think I'm gonna fucking slam a couple parlays this weekend. Who are we gonna put Thug Rose with? Let's go with Thug Rose and Ponzinibbio, man. I believe in Ponzinibbio, and I don't believe it 40-year-old Muslim Salikhov. But there's a couple you could slide. You could slide Bonfim in there. You could slide a couple in there. You could slide the Christian Rodriguez in there. My official parlay is Thug Rose Namajunas and put her in there with Ponzinibbio, and I think it's going to hit.
Plus 130 for that savagery right there. I like the call. I'm going to go with something on the safer side because I went savage mode with the underdog. We're going to go Joshua Van, and we're going to go with Gabriel Bonfim for a -105 high confidence parlay right there. Now, if you're looking to add the plus money, of course, man, you throw in Finch's locks with it. Maybe you're going with, both of ours together, Namajunas and then Ponzinibbio. Now you're at plus 350 for that 4-peat. So let's go.
Sheesh. Yeah, who hit me up? They said they bet $5 and got 600 on the last pay-per-view. They just did some crazy ass parlay. If you guys want to, go nuts. I mean, I usually do that. I'll throw a couple bucks down and just pick 10 fights, fuck around. Just know you're gonna lose your money, just know you're having fun. But as long as the balance goes up after the card, I'm always like, all right, dub.
Cool.
And so I usually stick my parlays to 2, folks. We also had a guy from a betting website who used to sponsor our show, MyBookie, and he came on here and said, like, do we like, okay, give us a piece of advice. He said, do a 2 parlay, because these 3 and 4 and 5 parlays, they hit at such a low clip. Like two parlay is nice.
I had a kid earlier today say to me, they were talking UFC shit, and he said he had a 6-leg parlay and Silva cost him, but the 6-leg parlay, you can hit 5 out of 6. That means nothing.
I'm sorry, ladies. It's always the girl fights, dude.
Yeah.
It's always the girl fights, man. That's just, you got to get that wisdom down.
Yeah, it is. Listen, good show. Late night. We'll be back to the normal time next week. Don't worry. We got a lot of fun cards coming at us. I know July's taking a lot of flack for subpar cards, but I don't know, man. When I go a week without UFC, for fuck's sake, I appreciate everything. And that's where I'm at right now.
We got some good fights, man. I feel like when Silva and Jesus, how did I just called him Dalby, bro, Dober, get in the cage. There are going to be some fun ones for sure. Enjoy yourself. Be responsible. Remember, we're just telling you what we think. Bet responsibly, and we appreciate you guys showing up. Much love.
Make sure you guys smash the likes on your way out. And if you're new, subscribe it up. Thank you guys for watching. No Finch man's most confident picks after this one, but go check out Mike Finch. He's got his confident calls, even though he listed them all here. You know what I'm saying? He's got some fun banter too. Check him out.
Monday night, we always dropping, folks. If AJ's in fucking Maine blowing off illegal fireworks, I don't know what my boy's doing. Every Monday, I'll be dropping most confident picks. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Thank you for that shout, AJ.
Let's go. People, we'll see you soon. Back to the daily content. So,
shout out to Oscar. He gave me this shirt. Oscar just got married. So shout out to Oscar too. All 3 of the Oscar brothers. One more. Motaz Oscar shout out. But he gave me this shirt. Isn't it dope?
It's a nice shirt, man. Yeah, that's cool. I thought it was a punch-out shirt. That's pretty cool. Let's go.
Shout out to the Palestinian gangsters, the Oscar brothers. Peace and love.
Peace, everybody. Good night.